Hello and welcome. This week we got treated to a South Park St. Patrick Day special, and it was a pretty funny episode, bringing it back from a few shitty episodes. I'll give a quick rundown and give my thoughts on it. All right, so Randy Marsh is preparing to release a special blend of Integrity Weed marijuana from for St. Patrick's Day, but becomes frustrated when he sees the neighboring farm, Craigerty Weed, owned by Stephen Black, is also selling his own St. Patrick's Day special. Meanwhile, Butterscotch arrives to South Park Elementary in his usual jovial mood and playfully pinches a fellow student who's not wearing green, but it is later revealed that the student was actually wearing green socks. Because did not consent to this pinching, Butters is immediately arrested and thrown in jail for sexual assault. Back at Craigerty Weed, Randy and Steve trade blows after the former accused the latter of culture appropriating Irish and white culture. Randy is thrown into jail with Butters, who interprets his arrival as a sign of hope from St. Patrick's himself. Steve receives an order from the Irish bar owner for 2.5 tons of Craigerty weed. His wife Linda wonders how he will procure such a large amount, but Steve remains optimistic nonetheless. Randy uses his phone call to convince his son Stan to ditch school and smuggle some Integrity weed into jail. He and his friends hide the cannabis in a cake, and Randy is about to offer some of it to the guards when a shipment of free Integrity weed arrives in the police station. Enraged by this, Randy uses magical leprechaun powers to break out of the prison with Butters following behind. He arrives home at his cannabis farm only to find the business partner Tally, who sold the Integrity weed special to Stephen at half price. Randy beats Tally up and travels to the Irish bar Fardy O'Couples to confront Steve, where patrons are on high alert after the news announced that a sexual predator, Butters, has escaped his cell. The police chase Butters down, and when he is about to surrender, the real St. Patrick descends upon South Park to deliver a speech about how the original missions of St. Patrick's Day getting drunk and performing sexual acts has been lost. St. Patrick sexually assaults various women and men during his speech, causing the townsfolk to lose interest in him and the holiday. The episode ends with the news of St. Patrick's Day, the final holiday where white people can fully celebrate the race, has been cancelled, of course. It is also revealed that Butters has been sentenced to 5 years of community service. Alright, so what I've always liked about South Park is how they can make fun of how dumb the cultural climate can be and make it funny and over-exaggerate it to over-exaggerate, but not to the point to where it's unbelievable and it's something that actually you couldn't see it being real. And this episode captured it perfectly. The A-plot where Randy was pointing out how Stephen was a culture appropriating St. Patrick's Day is something we see all the time, and it's really funny to see how ridiculous it can be. But it's also made me wonder if it was something we've always done. Like when St. Patrick came down, told everyone about how the days about drinking and debauchery, did we just appropriate to something else, like we do with all these holidays? Or all these holidays just something we've solely appropriated to fit something else, and like in 100 years, will it mean something else? I don't know. It just had me thinking. Made me wonder how we change things just to fit. The B plot was pretty funny too. The second Butters pinched the girl, pinched the girl and instantly arrested. I laughed so hard because it is exactly what would happen nowadays, and I'm so surprised I haven't read any stories anywhere about that. I remember when I was a kid, we'd all just be running around looking for someone not wearing green, and it was something fun. But I'm not sure with today's culture that they would not just get canceled, and it's something we're just draining the fun away out of the holidays. Overall, this was a pretty funny episode that fused together comedy and culture shenanigans and shows why South Park is still such a great show today. Anyways, comment below what you thought of the episode, and thanks for watching.